What's going on, dealers and car salesmen? This is a very important video because we're going to cover how the Meta Andromeda update works on Meta. First of all, basically I work with car dealerships in the US and car salesmen in the US. Mostly of them are Hispanic people, so that's the reason why sometimes I'm going to say things and it's gonna sound a little bit weird, okay? But no, don't worry about it, just extract the value and try to do it as best as you can. So number one, what is Meta Andromeda? As you heard, like Meta Andromeda changed like all the things that you did in the past to sell cars using Facebook and Instagram is gonna change, but not like the UI or the thing that you use on your daily basis, rather than the algorithm behind it. And the algorithm is more important because if you understand very well the algorithm, you can like explode that algorithm on your favor. So first of all, what Meta Andromeda is the new intelligence behind all our campaigns. Basically, when you use or when you turn on that specific option that says like Advantage Plus, that's basically Meta Andromeda, okay? Some people is like saying, oh, this new update is completely bad. Meta just launched this new update and all my campaigns are doing wrong. Most people is saying things like that, but it's because they don't understand the algorithm. So that's the reason why they are getting these results. The first thing you need to understand is how it works. This new algorithm works on basically variety. The more variety that you give the algorithm, the better results that you're gonna get. And it's very basically, you need to understand something which is angles. What is angles? It's basically like how you can create a different message but to the same product or to the same service. Just see, like for example, in our case, we help car dealerships and car salesmen in the US, and when we help them, basically we say like, okay, so we are gonna sell cars. So with which angles could be the most profitable, or the different, or which ones we can use that could be like very different, like comparing one to another. So what we end up finding or understanding is that the best angles are, like for example, videos, images, you can use carousels and different other options that we are going to cover next. But you need to understand is that if your ads, all of your ads are very similar, all those ads are going to be shown just to a very small fraction of the Facebook or Instagram user database, and you need to do it broader. And to do it broader, you need to have different ones. So the number two, like tip in our case, is basically, or the 2 point is to understand that before starting creating this variety of ads, you need to do market research. So how does that market research works, or how you can do it? Basically, this is the Meta library ads, but you can do it in like searching on Facebook or searching on Instagram. What you need to understand is what your client pain is, and it's something that it's very simple to say, but you need to get really deep into. For example, we have the car dealerships and car salesmen that are Hispanic, and those clients mostly are Hispanic people too. And what we find out is that those people are looking for finance. I mean, just to finance their car, but flexible, you know, they need to be flexible. Maybe their credit score is good but not good enough, and they need to be flexible in that. So that's the reason why we talk about finance when we talk about these different types of ads. So just an example is like, for example, hey, are you in Miami? Are you looking for a new car? We know, we understand you. You need to be you are looking for some dealer or something that is flexible to finance your car. Here is the place. That's just one angle, okay? That's the explanation angle, is the most used one, and that doesn't work very well because it's very generic. I just put it as an example. Are you relying on this type of ads? You're not gonna do well, I promise to you. So basically, the research is to understand the pains. So once you understand, okay, these one are the pains. Okay, so how I can translate these pains into different types of ads, different angles. Maybe some are funny, some are videos, some are videos serious, some are videos of tips, some other ones are histories, some other ones are like testimonials. You need to understand like there are different type, okay? So once you do that research on your competitors and in general and internet, you need to understand very, very deeply how to create these campaigns, okay? So how to create campaigns with a strategy. First of all, the creative diversity. This is basically the thing that I said before. You need to understand how to create different ads, whereas it's video, whereas it's images, or whereas it's carousels, but for the same product, but with different angles. So the first one that we recommend is testimonial. Basically, videos or photos of your clients saying, "Oh, you're the best." Try to do these things as natural possible. Don't try to pressure your client or something like that, because it's not gonna end well. Do the things the right way. The second one is demonstration. Just hang out around the car, like showing the car, showing like, for example, inside, the tires, everything that is in the car, just like exploring it, okay? The other one is the demonstration, but with a voice over. What's the difference? It's the same video, the same kind of video, like exploring the car, but in this case, you're gonna talk with a voice enough, which is basically like you record the video, but you record the audio at final. I mean, when you're editing the video, you just record your voice, like saying, "Hey, this is a new, I don't know, this is the new BMW, this is the best option." This is something very important. All these examples that I'm giving you, are the generic ones, okay? Don't do that. Don't say things like, "This is a BMW." No, okay, that doesn't work. I'm just giving an example. This works, but I mean like the concept, the angle. The angle works, but not exactly the words that I'm using, okay? Look for better words, more interesting ones. The story. The story is basically a story that you told to your audience about a specific client. That, for example, if you find out that you had a client in the past that had an interesting story that is very similar or could be interesting to your audience, you can use that story as a hook, and after that story, at the end, you made a call to action to your profile or something like that. That's like the same base to create ads that converts. If your ad looks and smells like an ad, you just create an ad, and people does not like ads. What they like is like an experience where they feel like they are interested, but they don't know why. And the way to do that is to create any stories, okay? The other one is advice. In particular case is one of the most that I like the most, where you just give tips. Like, for example, "Hey, are you looking for a truck for your company? We understand you, but you need to understand very well how it works, or which truck is the best, because you can easily burn cash on a truck that is not the best for you." I mean, I'm just like to explain you in a very easy way, but you need to look for better words, okay? But it's like talking about something, but without making it look like an ad. Stop being pitchy. Stop being like you're selling something you're not. You're just like giving value, or you just talking about something. Just think about it. Like, why big brands invest on influencers? Because they make their ads looks like something organic. So that's the same thing that you need to do, but without an influencer, because that's not the way it works. You can get better results if you do it in a way that it doesn't look like that. So you need to make affirmations, you need to tell stories, you need to tell advice, you need to show things in a way that it looks natural to the audience. The other one is aspirational. That works very well for luxury cars. Basically, editing the videos, they could look like very, very luxury. You put a lot of effort in the editor and the edition part, and very good angles. The other one is funny. Like you can do like a sketch or something like that, very short, like the first 3 seconds, or maximum like the first 10 seconds, and after that you start showing your cards or something like that. Other one is the problem, which is basically one of the most that I don't like, because it sounds pitchy. But if you do it well, it works. For example, it's the most common use, I think, because those ads that start with a question are the most similar to a problem one. An example: you don't have time to, you don't have a car in Miami. That's an example of a hook in a problem, in a video that has the problem angle. Some other question that you can imagine or that you can create, but it doesn't work as well as the other ones. I just recommend you testimonials work awesome, demonstrations with voiceover awesome, story works awesome, advice funny and aspirational. You're gonna be good. You don't need to create 8 different angles. With 5 of them you're gonna be okay. Okay, but if you can do the 8, amazing, huh? This is very important, and it's the ad structure. All of these are angles, but both of them, like, they have the same structure. Okay, this is the structure, which is basically the problem or the pain that they have, the failing attempts, the inventory, where you show what you have, like that car, or basically the different cars that you have parked, the benefits, the testimonials, and at the end the call to action. Okay, it's very simple. Don't try to make it look like hard, because it's not. You just need the right structure, the right angles, and just go ahead. They don't need to be perfect. Some of these examples are these 2 ones, which is Alejandro he is basically like the owner of AMT. Is a big dealer in Houston, and for him works. He even say like, hey, honestly, their service is very good. It's something very personalized. They are good, attentive, and any problem they try to solve quickly. This is a car salesman, Rebecca from Saldivia Motors, and she say, I believe the service was optimal, the advice was appropriate, and honestly, I feel very happy with the work. I see it as an investment, and basically both of them get very good results. At this point, AMT, like they spend like a year with us, and in the maximum plans they have crazy results. So that's the reason why, you know. So this is the most important thing, which is the campaign structure. Okay, and for this I'm going to show you real examples. So we are here in the one of our clients' account. I'm going to put this a little bit more small, and it's basically like you have like the different campaigns that we are running for them. What I want you to see is that if you have a small budget, like something smaller than $5,000 per month, you don't need to overthink it. You just need to create campaigns that has different like at least 10 ads per ad set, and that's it. It's not too complicated. I'm gonna show you an example. This is, for example, this is an example of a campaign. We have the campaign here, okay, is ABO, is in WhatsApp, and we create 2 different ad sets, but you don't need to create both. With one, you're gonna be okay. Okay, we just created 2 because we was testing something, because we just like to test, but you don't need to. Okay, and in the ads part, we have a lot of ads running in this moment, which is cool, I think. I want to show you like the idea behind what I said before. We have different photos of the cars, but we have 2 videos. We have videos, okay, and we have images, and we have different types. Okay, this is a video. Okay, we have different types, which is images, videos, and even we have carousels, if I'm not wrong with this client. So what I want to show you is that, hey, you can have like the very basic types of ads, which are these 3 ones, okay? Photos, videos, and carousels. And you can take those 3 types of ads and convert it in the different angles that I said before. Funny, aspirational, tips, which is basically advice, testimonial, all of them that I showed you before, okay? So the first thing that you need to create a campaign using this technology, which is Andromeda, to sell more cars, is to understand this campaign structure that I showed you before, but we're going to create one very easily, okay? So the first thing is, how many campaigns do you need? Okay? If you have, again, a budget smaller than $5,000 per month, you're gonna be okay with, like, for every $1,000 that you're gonna spend, you can have one campaign, and you're gonna be good, okay? And every campaign that you're gonna build, like this one, okay, like this one, is gonna have 2 different ad sets, okay? If you want to use this exact campaign, you can use a remarketing campaign, because we're going to exclude people. So it's like a different way to do it, okay? But both of them work. You can have, for every $1,000 that you're going to spend on Meta, one campaign and one ad set, and you're going to be okay. But the other type, it's because we are going to do remarketing apart, okay? We are going to need, for every $1,000, at least, or for every campaign that is spending $1,000, at least for all of them have one campaign that is focused on remarketing. Okay, this is like a very different way to do it, but it's very simple too. So one campaign that is focused on ABO, if you see, for example, here, we have this one that I showed before. This one is the ABO, okay, and we have the other one, which is the remarketing, this one. And if you look at this campaign and the other ones, you're gonna notice something. There's a lot of campaigns, but there is just only one that is focused on retargeting. This is the same logic that I said before. So Juan, why you tell us before that I can use just one campaign? Because if you're gonna create one campaign, you just don't need to exclude people, and that same campaign works for the two purposes: attracting new clients and doing remarketing at the same time. But I want to maintain things simple. Just use this one, okay? I don't want to give you things and you start thinking about things that are not necessary. One campaign for every $1,000 ABO, you invest 80% of the budget, and you exclude the people in that campaign. We're gonna build one in some minutes, okay? And the second campaign in that same ad account is going to be a remarketing campaign, CBO. Which one is this one, or retargeting, okay? And in the first one, we're gonna exclude people, basically, that is Facebook interactions in the last 180 days, Instagram interaction again at the same time, and video viewers at the least 10 seconds in the last 180 days. And in the second one, we're going to include the people that we exclude in the other one. So people, the same thing, okay? But here is include and here is exclude. Okay. So these one are the formats that I told you before, which is image, carousel, and videos. And we're going to use them with basically this objective, which is engagement and lead generation. That's it. Don't worry about it. Don't try to do crazy things because it's not necessary. Something that I found in my early 23 years old is that people try to do things more harder because they think it's better. But the right word for this is simple. Something simple that can scale. That's it. That's the thing that scales. With these two objectives, you're gonna be okay. And this is basically some things that you need to take in account. You need to take in account when creating the ad strategy or the campaign, which is the campaign needs to have active the special category, product and financial services. The ad set, which is basically the first audience, open general information, and the second audience, open inventory. What this means? Basically, you don't need to put interests in the ad campaign. Why is that? Because After this release of Andromeda, Andromeda finds very easily and very fast your audience. So you don't need to put like interests in us as in the past, okay? And why we need to put this special category? Because we're going to offer financing. If you're not gonna offer financing, you don't need to put it. But if you're going to, you need to put it, okay? The ad sets is basically a very important tool, and it's like you need to diversify among different types of ads with different formats. I had a meet before recording this video, and some of our clients told us like, hey Juan, we have been doing ads in the past and I don't see any difference. Like for example, we did different type of content in the past that we use for ads, but we don't see any kind of like crazy result or different. Just some of those ads works good. Why do I need to create some so different or too many variations of the ads right now? What's like the benefit behind it? And it's the Meta, it's going to show, for example, imagine this. But for example, this, okay? This is a cake. This is a cake. This is the total amount of people that could be your buyers, okay? But using Meta Andromeda, the new update, because you give the algorithm a very low options, like just only 1, 2, 3 ads, 3 type of ads. The algorithm is gonna say, okay, I have these 3 types of ads. Or even if you give the algorithm 10, those 10 looks the same or are very similar, the algorithm is going to show those 10 or 3 ads to this part of the market. Taking in count, this is the total market is going to show these same ads, this segment of the market. Why is that? Because, I mean, Meta Andromeda is thinking like, okay, these same ads, because I analyze these ads would be liked by this kind of people. And that's the reason why your ad cost increases, because Meta detects like, hey, these ads, people are not clicking on it. But of course they are not clicking on it because you're just continually showing the same ads to the same people and not like having something more broader. And to be broader, you need to have different type of ads. That way Meta can say, okay, this ad and this other one is very different, so I need to test something more broader and broader and broader and broader. So that's it, okay? So we give an example here. The testimonial type ad could be made as a video, or you could take a photo of a satisfied client, or create a carousel with several photos of multiple satisfied clients. The important thing is to diversify. It doesn't need to be obligatory with testimony. That could be like with funny things, with funny photos, with etc., funny videos, tips, all the things that I showed before in this part, okay? So, once we know this, we can create our own campaign by clicking here, boom. We click here on engagement, boom, continue, boom. We always click here, which is manually, boom. And we give it a name, Meta Andromeda. The buying type, you can leave it as auction. Show more options, no. Okay, so the Advantage Plus campaign budget, which this is basically the thing that we call CBO. We need to turn it on. Budget, I think with $20 per day we're gonna be good. If you have more, you can put more. If you have less, at least $6 per day. That's like the minimum that we recommend. A/B test, no. A special ad category, yes. You need to turn on this one and put financial products and services. You activate it. You go to this is the ad set, and the ad set we're going to name it like open, because we are not gonna give the platform interests, just like making it open and let the algorithm of Meta Andromeda to find out which our audience is. Here we are going to choose message destinations, and after this we are going to select manual destination, um, and we are gonna choose where we want to receive our different messages. Okay. If you get an error here, it's just because you need to change here like your goal, or basically where you are going to receive your leads. So review it because you have an error. Okay, that is sharing, it's okay. Here you need to be careful, this needs to be turned on. It needs maximize number of conversations, not maximum number of leads through messages. Not maximum no, this one, okay? And over here, this is the start date. This is good. I like just to put it at the same day, at the next day at 6 a.m. That's something that I like. You don't need to do it, okay? I just like to start the training of the campaign since 6 a.m. on the next day. It's just something that I like, okay? Here the locations, you need to put where you are located at. If you are located, for example, in Miami, you need to put here like Miami, Florida, and you can like make it a brother. Oh brother, I can make it the brother that you can. I mean, if you have a good option to deliver your cars, make it brother. If not, leave it like something like this, like 15 miles is okay. The age is something that we can change. Why we can change the age? Because we choose financial services, and you cannot change that. But don't worry, Meta is very smart, and they found out who your audience is. Very easy. So they found out which ages are the best for your ads. Okay, this is good. Placements, it's okay. Okay. And in the ad, we are just going to add basically the image, and what we are going to change is, if you for example want to create a carousel, you can choose here, or if it's an image or video, you can choose here. Multi-advertiser ads, let it turn on. It works good. Here you need to upload your image or your video. This is not necessary. And over here, this is basically what the chat is going to say. It's like the message templates that the client, that we are going to send the client when he arrives, whereas is our WhatsApp, or whereas is our Messenger or Instagram, etc. This tracking option is not necessary because we're going to use like WhatsApp or Messenger or Instagram. We're gonna be good. And that's it, my friend. It's very easy to use Meta Andromeda. I think that the configuration is not the hard part. Like the hard part is like our creativity. We need to create different types of ads, and that's it. Once you start like doing these different type of ads, it's going to be very easily for the algorithm to find out who your audience is, and you're gonna get a lot of results. So guys, if you like this video, subscribe, leave a comment. I want to help you a lot. Or if you want to, you can open my Instagram and send me a DM, so we can send you basically like a free training on how the system works and how we help car dealerships and car salesmen increase their car sales in the US mainly. Okay, so leave me a message, and if you need something, leave it in the comments. See you.